Sister wives Kody's waffling over Coyote Pass, making it harder for his exes to heal. Hello friends, welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I am Olivia and hope you are well by God's grace. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Kody Brown's clinging to his patriarchal power as he drags out the Coyote Pass saga. And every time he delays the inevitable, the sale of the cursed patch of land, he makes it tougher for his exes to move on. It's safe to say that Janelle and Mary Brown, who both own stakes in Coyote Pass, were traumatized during their spiritual unions with Kody. When he keeps complicating their financial lives, he makes it harder for them to let go of him forever. For decades, both were overlooked because Kody was so in love with Robyn Brown. She got all of his attention. Mary and Janelle and Christine Brown, who sold her share of Coyote Pass for $10, endured endless rejection. Women want to be admired, just like men do, but only Robyn was put on a pedestal. What's weird about that is the fact that Kody's ego is so fragile. It seems like that should make him more compassionate, but it doesn't. If he was truly kind, he'd sell the property fast and share the proceeds with his exes. Yes, on the surface of things, it's a business matter. Janelle said that the Browns are not family anymore. She thinks that Mary's smart to get a lawyer. While the women are doing what's best, it takes a while to untangle all the ties that bind. Doing that requires inner work, hard work. When people lose loved ones, they have to go through a grief process. It's very hard to recover. These women have already been tested. They had to live with a man who didn't really love them. They had to do that for a very long time. Then, when they found the courage to move forward as single women, they had to deal with Kody because of co-parenting issues and financial matters linked with their former spiritual unions. Janelle and Kody lost their son, Garrison Brown. After all she'd endured, Janelle had to experience that horror. Life is so unfair. Like Janelle, Kody will always miss the sweet boy who was kind to animals and served his country in the Nevada State Guard. However, Janelle doesn't have a husband to comfort her when life is harsh. Kody always has Robyn. Above, Janelle deals with hassles over Coyote Pass, as shown in the Extreme clip via YouTube, and is probably wishing things could be easier. Yes, they all filmed the show together, and Kody may be dragging out the sale of Coyote Pass just to generate drama on screen. But there's always the chance that the power he wields as the financial leader of the Brown family has become addictive. In the past, 4 grown women basically took his orders. Robyn had more sway over the patriarch, but even she considered him the man of the house. Hopefully, Kody isn't focused on power when he interacts with his exes. The sister wives polygamist is in a traditional marriage now, off-screen, and that should signal an evolution. Kody should help the women who are going it alone. It's the least he can do. If he sold Coyote Pass and divided the proceeds equally, even though he owns more, it would be the most caring and mature thing that he could do. He is the patriarch. Yes, those women were there for him for decades, and they helped him to become the man he is today. Sister wives, I'm sure victim Kody's karmic connection with Janelle will ruin his marriage with Robyn. Kody's battle with his exes over Coyote Pass won't stop him from missing her. Kody Brown seemed to want a monogamous marriage with Robyn Brown, but lately, as the war over Coyote Pass rages, I believe that he wishes Janelle Brown would come back and try again. Recently, Kody raised eyebrows when he referenced his enduring karmic connection with Janelle on screen. His longing for Janelle is surprising on the surface. She's not really his type, but he talks about her all the time. Maybe he loved her more than he thought. When Janelle left, he could no longer control her, and he couldn't turn to her for help, advice, or just a shoulder to cry on. Now he's reflecting and seems to be in pain. The thing is, Janelle was a good friend. She was the wife he could talk to about practical things without encountering Robyn's floods of tears and iron fist in the velvet glove manipulations. While Robyn has the biggest piece of Robyn's heart, Janelle matters to him. Her down-to-earth personality is so different from Robyn's. What makes her different is what he misses. Kody's a selfish patriarch who's used to having it all. When he comes to Janelle, he may never get back what he lost. Kody may have pushed away a woman that he still loves, who actually loves him back. Before she left him, she was making an effort to fix what was wrong in their relationship. She still lusted after Kody, which is always a good sign. When she wasn't around him, Janelle missed him. She wanted him. Kody's talked about the fact that Janelle liked his body. In his typical ego-driven manner, Kody felt that she couldn't resist his pecs. He even wondered if her only motivation was being in the relationship was to get her physical needs met. However, the sad truth is that Kody's non-Robyn wives had an extremely hard time getting those needs met. Christine was at her wit's end because Kody wouldn't give her the intimacy she wanted. In fact, it seemed like Kody enjoyed shaming the wives for having the typical urges. The whole dynamic was totally weird. Now, with Robyn telling the world that he's hard to live with and giving him harsh ultimatums, the dyed-in-the-wool polygamist can't take another wife, or it'll be disrespecting her. Janelle's adoration and red-hot libido may look pretty good. Robyn's pretty low on awe and adoring gazes lately. It seems like living with Kody is grinding her down. He may be reminiscing about their glory days, when they used to go camping on their own. If Janelle had gotten any encouragement at all, she'd still be around. After a tragic first date experience in the previous season, where they tried to create a bit of a spark, decades after getting together, it seemed like the die was cast. The two just couldn't enjoy quality time together. The shadow that Robyn cast was too long and too dark. There were good times, the problems of the present were creeping in and warping their bond. Many times, Janelle, who is still trying to heal after losing her precious son, as seen in the Instagram post shown above, missed Kody. She probably still does. He misses her too. However, he still has a wife and Janelle is single, so she may suffer more. Yes, she's brave, always finding ways to move on. She doesn't like living in the past. Off-screen, she's living with the terrible grief that comes with losing a beloved child, Garrison Brown. That is soul-destroying, and this woman marches on, step after step, never faltering. Janelle is a good person with depth. It's her grittiness, her willingness to get past obstacles, that makes her different from the simpering Robyn. Kody cannot have everything, but sometimes I think he made the wrong choice. Janelle's the salt of the earth, someone sensible he can always count on. Kody isn't getting what he needs from Robyn, or he wouldn't be thinking about another woman. It's a toxic dynamic, and hopefully, the moody and miserable patriarch will stop living in the past. At some point, a person has to get real about the present and try to build a future, no matter how much the circumstances have changed. Janelle has the strength to change over and over again. Kody needs to dig deep and do the very same. Kody loves Robyn, and I think they have a shot. I want them to be happy together. So many people have suffered for the sake of their love. It would be such a waste if all of that was endured for a relationship that isn't going to last. Kody acts like Robyn's his true love. Now, he needs to prove it by focusing on the woman he loves, rather than getting sidetracked. Sister Wives is a drama-filled nightmare, thanks to a battle over Coyote Pass that never seems to end. Janelle and Mary are thinking about hiring lawyers to get their fair share of a possible land sale. Mistrust is everywhere. The best thing that Sister Wives Kody can do is be the man he said he was, the man who found Robyn, his queen, and was transformed. If he's one of those people who only wants what he can't have, he's never going to be happy. Janelle should stay far away from the man who hurt her cruelly so many times, when all she wanted to do was make life easier for him. Matching David Yurman's signet rings. Kody and Robyn's his and hers jewelry proves the Sister Wives couple has expensive tastes, and 7 other signs that they're buying a lot of luxury items. Kody Brown clings to his old-fashioned polygamist image, playing the victim as his ex-wives try to rebuild their lives. But sometimes his expensive tastes and Robyn Brown's love of luxury tell a different story. Kody's going for A-list style with a swanky David Woolley pendant. Jewelry from that designer isn't cheap, so Kody's Christianity doesn't seem to extend to living a Spartan lifestyle. They say it's easier for a rich man to pass through the eye of a needle than enter the kingdom of heaven. That doesn't stop Kody from living high on the hog. Kody and Robyn are not polarizing reality stars. They're so clearly all about each other that they appear to be straight-up villains. When they indulge in retail therapy and show off the results, as Janelle Brown goes without, it isn't exactly image rehabilitation. Poor Janelle worked her fingers to the bone to support the Brown family. She went out to work while other wives stayed home. Then, when her unsatisfying union with Kody finally ended, she was left with a whole lot of nothing. Meanwhile, Robyn was living like Marie Antoinette with King Kody. In a Reddit post by GIR Girl, Kody got roasted for choosing a GQ-worthy pendant that's valued at $1,100. Who knew the man with the signature mop of blonde hair was so into ritzy accessories? His necklace features a gleaming blue sapphire shield and uber-masculine box chain. When Kody dons his Easter egg-hued silky shirts and puts on his David Woolley pendant, he's dressed to kill. All he has to do is throw on that earth-toned bomber jacket, and he's ready for anything, from couch fights with Janelle to breezing through Las Vegas malls. When Kody made the scene at Sister Wives star Savannah Brown's graduation, he grinned like the Cheshire Cat while decked out in a forest green t-shirt, pale blue blazer, and the aforementioned bling. He's gotten so much shade for his parenting, and some of it may be deserved. After all, he bought his kids with Robyn's minibikes for Christmas, valued at $841 a piece, and didn't even get the daughter he shares with Janelle, Savannah, a Christmas present. Is Kody's style over substance? Sometimes it seems that way. Instead of focusing on honing his great six-pack abs and droning on about the value of sacred loneliness in plural marriages, that's about women suffering in silence. Kody should probably look within. Not giving his daughter a Christmas present while his other kids got really high-end presents was a fairly significant parenting fail. That doesn't mean he doesn't love her. It's just that his wires get crossed sometimes. In another Reddit post, this one was created by ohboy89. Kody showed off his David Woolley pendant again, while lounging on a sofa with his immortal beloved Robyn. See a still from the Sister Wives scene above. While a fan was watching, they noticed a great big fancy blender in the background, which is worth $360. Kody and Robyn appear to have the best of everything, but details about their financial picture have always been hazy. Kody makes money however he can. He used to sell firearms to drum up cash. Kody has posted on Twitter, sharing his pro-gun views. For years, he ran a company called Des Hundhaus Firearms and Accessories. Then there was My Sister Wife's Closet, a seemingly doomed enterprise where jewelry that Kody's wives liked was offered for sale. After Robyn took over design duties at that company, things seemed to tank fast. Now, the My Sister Wife's Closet website's in limbo. Kody and Robyn get paid for filming Sister Wives, but there have been rumblings of money woes linked with wild overspending. As per my take on reality at YouTube, Kody and Robyn sold one upscale home for $1.9 million and snapped up another one for $2.1 million. When it comes to real estate, they're playing in the big leagues. Most Sister Wives fans who watched the previous season probably know that Janelle and Kody lived in splendor, while Janelle had to make do in a small rental apartment with a galley kitchen. Kody and Robyn seem selfish when they live so well, and the other wives, who are now exes, just don't. It seems like a very great disparity in lifestyles, one too major to ignore. In fact, Janelle seems to carry a lot of bitterness over money issues linked with her spiritual union. That's because she paid into the family for years, expecting some type of benefits in terms of love or lifestyle or whatever. Instead, she ended up with no husband and no real money. In economics, there's something called a sunken cost fallacy. It's about continuing to pour money into ventures because so much money has already been poured in. Instead of cutting one's losses, a person just hopes that if they keep spending, things will get better. Usually, that does not happen. When it came to Janelle and the time, energy, and money she gave to Kody, cutting her losses earlier would have been smarter. However, she doesn't deserve blame for anything. She contributed day in and day out. Right now, Kody and Robyn are clashing with Janelle and Mary Brown. And that's because the power duo have taken over the Coyote Pass decision-making process. They are basically keeping the exes who still own shares in the cursed property waiting. Those exes could probably benefit from the cash infusions that unloading the iconic patch of land would bring. Kody wants to sell, and then he doesn't. It's like he's playing a game with women who've checked out emotionally. They don't want to have more fraught scenes with the patriarch, but he makes sure they have to. Kody says he owns 97% of Coyote Pass. That means Robyn does too, because they are a united front. She's the iron fist in the velvet glove. She knows everything about Kody and how he operates. Many times, he seems to trip over himself to please her. But lately things haven't been as pleasant. If Kody and Robyn break up someday, their financial lives might make headlines. Waiting for Kody to make a firm decision about Coyote Pass is like waiting for water to boil or watching paint dry. It's tedious and seems to take forever. That's why Kody should be considerate and get rid of the property. The gentlemanly thing to do would be to divide the proceeds fairly, even if he owns more. That's because everyone contributed to the family. However, in the patriarchal system, some women have not gotten out what they put in. Kody says Janelle has the same assets as everyone else, but honestly, she doesn't seem to. She lived in an RV, squatting on Coyote Pass. Yes, she's an earthy tourist who enjoys being out in nature. But maybe part of her motive was to save money. Janelle's been through the ringer, and she is proof that plural marriage is a raw deal for women. Robyn isn't the only woman who spent good money on shoes, but because she's Kody's queen, her splurges don't go unnoticed. She has been spotted in designer shoes, including some expensive Tory Burch sandals. Robyn isn't really known for her style. In fact, her modest print blouses seem to harken back to another decade. However, she's clearly into shopping and dressing up. Not that there's anything wrong with that. What is the real issue here is that the fashionista Robyn seems to have more luxuries than Kody's exes, who were with him for decades. Mary doesn't seem to wear very pricey shoes. Neither does Janelle. They are very down-to-earth, choosing budget-friendly designs, including the bold LuLaRoe leggings that are synonymous with sister wives style. Maybe they feel like Robyn lives like royalty while they have much less. When Robyn used to sit right next to Kody during family meetings, it was like they had thrones side by side. Now, the meetings are a little different. Mary's actually considering lawyering up over Coyote Pass. At a Reddit thread started by Pick-A-Me Dummies, fans sounded off about Robyn's penchant for Victoria's Secret designs. Robyn claimed that her legs were so long that only this retail outlet could provide the right pajamas. However, Robyn could be fibbing. Maybe she was shopping for spicy hot lingerie to wear in the bedroom. Kody and Robyn stay together even though their relationship isn't the best sometimes. Kody never wants to leave. They do seem to have a bond that is real. This bond was so strong it brought down their family. Robyn was in debt when she started dating Kody, and after she with him, the family paid down her credit card debt. That was generous of the Browns, and some of the money used to do that probably came from the hard work of other wives. Now, as Robyn seems to live like a modern-day queen, the exes have issues. They look back and remember when things got really, really unfair. Possibly, the exes will never really forgive Kody and Robyn for setting themselves apart from the rest of the family. Kody and Robyn are always doing cringe things to show the world how much they love each other. Whether Kody's bragging about trying to hide the electric, romantic tension with Kody from Mary, and saying that on screen was really just another way to try and humiliate Mary, or showing off his and hers jewelry, he can be embarrassing. Kody rocked a new David Yurman signet ring last season. He wore it instead of the Brown family Claddagh ring. When Mary asked about the glitzy and bold piece, he was so inscrutable. He wouldn't explain its significance, but it came to light that Robyn has a matching ring. Clearly, these two have their own little codes. They were in a traditional marriage within a polygamous marriage, like some kind of mystery wrapped in an enigma. However, really, the code was so easy to break. The signals these two sent out were impossible to ignore. Everyone who has watched the show knows what's going on. Kody had one wife he really loved and other women who got in the way. Robyn looked gorgeous on her wedding day and very happy too. Kody seemed elated. The two were hot and heavy at this point. It's not so romantic nowadays, but they definitely were into each other during this phase, as seen in the TLC at YouTube clip shown above. Kody doted on his petite bride, who looked so different from the others. He obviously adored her, and probably paid for her wedding dress. Back then, Robyn didn't have a lot of money. She came into the marriage as a divorced mom with bills to pay. Kody picked out that dress himself. That was something he'd never done for the other wives. With Robyn, he wasn't the usual Kody. He was softer, more eager to please, in many ways a better man. Kody couldn't help falling in love with Robyn. It just happened. However, the fact that he only felt this kind of passion for one wife led to the horrors of the present. Exes want money for Coyote Pass, but Kody's looking out for number one, and for Robyn. Sister Wives is a hotbed of scandal and bitterness, and money is always a part